Man, I'll tell you what, that first win feeling feels so great, guys. It feels so freaking great.
What a win. That's all I got to say right now. What a win, man. Smile ear to ear on both of us, on all of Steelers Nation, man. What a game, man. What a great performance from the Steelers, coming out strong in the first game, an away game at MetLife Stadium and everything, man.
Against the New York Giants. I will say, the Giants, you definitely came to play.
Definitely.
You came to play. You guys busted your ass. You guys balled your ass off.
Specifically Daniel Jones, man. After all the pressure we caused on him, man, he still found ways to get, or release the ball, find open receivers, still extend plays at times, man. So, I got to give credit to Daniel Jones.
They get some points on the board. Daniel Jones, defense had your number for the most part, but you did your best. And you know what? I give credit to you. I give credit to the entire New York Giants team.
Really?
We did not underestimate them one bit. They are a talented young team. The Steelers were a better team today. And Giants, I wish you good luck on the rest of the season.
Absolutely. You guys got a young team, a lot of growth coming. I think you guys will be definitely decent in that division, honestly, very shortly. So I'd still say a weak division, to be real with you.
Yeah, with that weak division, I wouldn't be surprised if you guys are in contention on winning it. I wouldn't.
Right. But we're going to start on the Steelers defense, man, against the Giants offense. Like we said, Daniel Jones did pretty good. But for the most part, man, the defense played great. I got to say, defense played great. They had a few moments where they were looking 2015-ish. They allowed a wide-open touchdown to Darius Slayton. There was no safety, no safeties deep, which, of course, if you don't have Mika down there, they're going to test the waters every time.
Of course.
And it led in a wide-open Darius Slayton touchdown.
Yeah, I don't know what the defense was doing right there. I'm just going to guess that Keith Butler made a bad defensive call, which I'm not really surprised, but he has stepped up big time since last year.
But other than that, and the garbage time touchdown to Slayton as well, and the slow, methodical drive that the Giants had that led into, or that pretty much ended in a Cameron Hayward goal line interception.
Yeah, a 19-game drive that led to a Cameron Hayward interception.
Cameron freaking Hayward. His first career pick at the goal line to end a very methodical, smart Giants offensive drive. And credit to Bud Dupree, man. You know what? If I'm Coach T, if I'm Tomlin, man, I'm giving the game ball to Bud Dupree.
Bud Dupree busted his ass. He was everywhere on that damn field.
Everywhere. Everywhere the ball was, he was there. Everyone shut down Barkley. Barkley stats, I have the stats here. Where's it at? Saquon had 15 carries for only 6 yards.
All game.
Now, he had 6 receptions for 60 yards. He did more better in the receiving game than the rushing game. But to shut down a guy like Saquon Barkley,
who is one of the best running backs in the league, clearly, it's very impressive.
Very impressive. And
it goes to show how elite and dominant this defense is. We already knew how great it was, but holy freaking crap.
Credit to the entire front seven, man, on shutting down Barkley. Tyson Alualu stepped in, or is stepping in for Hargrave, of course, man. He's proven to be a great free agent signing as of a few years back. Bud Dupree was everywhere. Player of the game, no doubt, honestly. TJ Watt, he had a pick today. He was the first turnover that was caused by the defense today, man.
TJ Watt, man, pay that freaking guy now.
He keeps making plays. The defense wasn't incredibly flashy today, but, man, they applied constant pressure on Daniel Jones. They completely shut down the Giants' rushing game, and they finished strong on most Giants' drives, which lended into interceptions.
Exactly.
By Watt and Hayward.
Exactly.
Our 2 interceptions so far this year are not from any defensive backs.
You figure, hey, Mika's going to get one. Hayden's going to get one. Maybe Devin Bush. No.
Maybe Snell.
No.
Snell, what the hell? Speaking of Snell, we'll get into Snell, but I meant Nelson, man. But nonetheless,
dude,
defense played great, man. I gotta give major props to the defense, man. They played really great. Outside of a few plays here and there, but, that's pretty expected.
This defense came the ball. They had a great performance.
Very great performance, man.
And I must say, they are clutch. They are freaking
very clutch.
With that 19-yard drive, they needed to make a play, and they freaking did.
And the red zone defense, man, massive credit to the red zone defense. There was this one drive. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't a drive. It was at the beginning of the game, before our offense ever got a chance to get the ball. After we shut down the Giants' offense, their very first drive, Deontay Johnson muffed a punt. Sadly.
What's hurt.
That put the Giants at the goal line, but they would later settle for a field goal.
Like I said,
red zone defense,
exactly.
Man. Defense is so great, so clutch. They're so elite, man. They look just as great as last year. And I think they've gotten stronger, man. I don't know how that's possible.
Exactly. It's so scary.
So scary.
This defense is clutch. It's dominant. It's elite, man. You guys better watch out for this defense.
I absolutely love this freaking defense, man.
Fantastic defensive performance today against the Giants. Now on to the offense.
Now, the offense, as we expected, it started off very slow and rusty, as we expected.
Yeah.
Ben hasn't played a game in pretty much an entire year. The offensive line was busted up. DeCastro was out. Zach Banner got his first start at right tackle. We had Steven Wisniewski step in for DeCastro. So it was definitely beat up. It was definitely different, and that really came into effect today. I'd say pretty much all game. They started to get better, as did the entire offense as the game progressed, but offensive line looked weak. Connor couldn't get nothing going. We'll get into Connor later. There was no eye for him whatsoever. It was nothing but shotgun all the time. Led to no success.
Yeah,
Derek Watt was probably still stuck at Subway, trying to figure out what he wanted on his Italian BTM.
Can I get some fresh cut tomatoes? Can I get some lettuce? How about some banana peppers? Oh, you got pickles? I would like some pickles right there, man.
There was no sighting of Derek Watt until the second half. Why? You signed this guy to be a healthy fullback, but you don't use him up until the second half?
I don't get it. Mainly the first quarter. The first quarter offense was so terrible. The plays were predictable. Again, we expected it, but I didn't expect them to run the same exact plays. I swear to God, in that entire first quarter, I saw them run the same plays 5 freaking times.
It was literally the same thing as last year. Run, pass, 3 and out, all shotgun, no success in the rushing game. Ben was rusty. But as expected, this was all expected. Offense is going to be rusty. It's going to be a slow start. And, of course, they were starting to warm up. Yeah. They picked it up in the second quarter, in the second half. The offense wasn't entirely great, but it was definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, better than anything we saw last year, despite the rusty start.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
With Ben back at quarterback, we had 3 red zone touchdowns. We were last in the red zone offense last year. We had 3 red zone touchdowns, 2 of them to Juju, and 1 of them to Washington.
Offense definitely stepped up big time. They needed to, and they did. I'm glad they did.
Yeah, offensive line started to pick up a little bit.
You saw they were getting creative with their players, with their play calling, and James Conner wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
And so that's when we brought in Benny Snell.
Benny Snell football, all right? That's all I got to say tonight. Benny Snell football. Connor, serious note, all right? He was injured with an ankle injury, I believe, ankle injury. We had a ton of injuries today, man. James Conner, Steven Wisniewski has a pec injury. Zach Banner has a knee injury. People were thinking it might be a torn Achilles, a torn ACL. It looked really bad. He was carted he wasn't carted off the field. He was carted into the locker room. He needed help from his teammates to get off of the field. He was emotional on the sideline. Yeah. I feel for Banner, man.
I really do, because I know what his journey was, being drafted by the Colts, but then being released. Picked up by the Browns.
He wasn't in great shape whatsoever.
No, he was overweight. He was out of shape. He was not in the best look whatsoever. I think he even considered, quitting football.
But now look at him, man. He's incredibly fit. He busted his ass. We're trying to limit the cursing for all those people that say we curse a lot. We're trying to limit the cursing, but he really worked his butt off and earned that starting right tackle. Now today he didn't look too great.
No, overall I think Banner did a terrible job overall. I think he had his moments, especially in the rushing game. But pass blocking, he was not great whatsoever.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean he was going to be terrible all year. I definitely think, there's definitely room for improvement. I definitely think he could have stepped up big time.
Oh, honestly, for everyone.
But to see him suffer this injury this early, I feel for him, because I know how hard he was working for this, how much weight he lost, and how
determined he was.
Yeah, how great the players were even saying he was in camp.
And just for him. I'm hoping it's not severe.
Me too.
Hopefully it's not as bad as we all think, but that might not be the case. He might be out for the year. I don't know. He seemed very emotional. It didn't look good.
And that sucks for our offensive line. Our offensive line is suffering some key injuries.
Yeah. So now Wisniewski's hurt with a pec injury. Kevin Dotson got in on that touchdown to Juju. It was just a few snaps, but he looked real good. People call him the people mover. He looked real firm and everything. He wasn't really bull rushed. He wasn't backed into his own stance. He stood his ground and looked good.
Exactly. He did very well, even if it was a snap.
So if we want to put him at right guard, depending on how severe DeCastro's injury is, we could put him there. Chucks might get the starting right tackle gig now. If he doesn't look improved, we might have to slip Matt Fierler back to right tackle. I'm putting Wisniewski, who looked decent today, or put Wisniewski or Dotson at left guard. We have guys we can move around. You know, it sucks we're losing bodies on the offensive line, especially so early and with Ben coming back, but we have guys that can be moved around and still perform at a pretty good pace.
Yeah, we got some
at each position.
Yeah, we got some versatile pieces on that offensive line. So we'll see what they go, from this moment forward.
Right. But back on the Connor.
Yeah,
okay?
we didn't mean to get off Connor and Snell, but yeah, Connor was not productive. He was not doing anything in the rushing game. He was dropping passes. I even think one pass was tipped off his hands, almost led to a pick.
Yeah. He had 6 carries for 9 yards. That's a 1.5 yard average. And he had 2 receptions for 8 yards.
Not his greatest game, clearly. And he although he suffered an ankle injury, he was...
Go figure.
I mean,
Look, Connor, I love you to death.
Yeah.
I will forever cherish your jersey. I'll support it every Sunday. I will cherish your story. I will cherish the moment and the feeling when Arthur Moats announced your selection in 2017 at the end of the 3rd round. I will forever remember that. I will forever cherish that, all right?
Yeah, same here.
But it's time to move on. It's time to move on. Benny Snell had 19 carries. And get this, for 113 yards. He is currently, as of right now, as the Titans and Broncos game is playing, he is currently right now 2nd in the league in rushing yards. And he wasn't starting today.
No, he didn't start.
And with our offensive line weary and weak and not incredibly healthy.
No. Get this. Benny Snell got more yards than Saquon Barkley tonight. Who would have
Ben
thought?
Roethlisberger had more carries than James Conner in one single run.
He did.
Listen, James Conner, I love you, man.
Yeah, we don't mean to completely shit on you. I'll forever thank you and cherish, you stepping in big time with the whole Le'Veon Bell situation. You coming in big time, stepping up, making the Pro Bowl.
Absolutely.
We will forever cherish that, and we thank you for that, always.
But man,
and we will gladly support, wherever you go. If you're still with the Steelers or go to another team, we will forever cherish your jersey. But it's time to move on. You can't stay healthy. Your production is declining by the snap. I'm sorry, Connor. I love you.
So is his health.
I'm sorry, Connor.
And believe me, it sucks to say this about Connor, man. It sucks that our tone on Connor is changing.
Yeah, from 2 years ago to now.
But it's kind of hard to not speak the obvious when he hasn't done nothing the last year and a half.
So, Connor, I'm sorry, but it's time to move on. It's Benny Snell football time.
Exactly. It is Benny Snell football time, man.
Did you pick him up in fantasy?
Yes, I did. In fact, no lie, I had this great feeling about Snell. I didn't think he performed this good. I was thinking like 50 yards, maybe a touchdown there, goal line touchdown. I didn't expect something this good.
I don't think any Steelers fans did, to be honest.
I dropped Ronald Jones for Benny Snell in the fantasy league that we're doing with the Steel City Disciples. Huge shout out to them. Also known as the Renegades of Pittsburgh. So, you boys in the fantasy league, I had Marlon Mack as my number 2 running back. Unfortunately, he's out of the year with an Achilles injury. I ain't got to worry about that no more.
Yeah, Benny Snell football has come to play,
yeah.
Even if it is week 1. You could tell Benny Snell football is here.
Dude,
you could tell Benny Snell... I keep saying Benny Snell football. It's freaking here, guys. Yes. Benny Snell is slimmer. He's quicker. He's
more explosive, man.
Yeah, he's more explosive. His burst is there.
He's looking very similar to how he looked in Kentucky, and we loved him coming out of Kentucky.
Oh, he was a beast in Kentucky.
He is making that second-year freaking jump, that sophomore jump, man, that we usually see in Steelers running backs lately, like Bell and Connor, man. I love it. Now, he did have a fumble, which was recovered by Juju. Credit to Juju. Juju had a great game. He had 6 receptions, 69 yards. Nice.
2 touchdowns.
And 2 touchdowns. So, Juju is back. Ben is back, man. Love to see it. Ben had 21. He was 21 for 32 for 229 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Not bad.
It's a very Big Ben game. He started off rusty, but this was expected. The offense warmed up, and, man, I really think Benny Snell was the driving force in that, man. He really was. He really cleared up the offense. He really balanced it, I'd say, and he just grew with his confidence for everyone, especially Ben, man.
Exactly.
So, make him the starter now. Let's get Derek Watt involved, man. Seriously. Stop stopping us at Subway. I know Subway's good, but, dude, we need you in the lineup. We need to see some eye for him. Slow down with the shotgun. It's getting too predictable, too obvious, too repetitive. Let's see some eye for him in there. That's why you sign him. Get him involved. Benny Snell will perform just as good, if not better. I'm telling you right now.
No doubt, guys.
Get Derek Watt involved, man. It'll make this offense a whole lot better. It'll flow the offense a whole lot better. This entire offense will be a whole lot better if you put him in there.
Get creative with your guys, man.
Seriously.
Offense played great. Even Chase Claypool made some plays.
Chase Claypool, man, his first career catch, I forget how long it was, on the sideline, toe drag swag, his first career catch.
Yo, that adjustment and the way he fucking made that catch was so precise.
It was, and it was
great.
Mapletron, man, has arrived. He only had 2 catches for 39 yards. But that first catch, man, Mapletron has arrived.
Yeah.
And just imagine he's going to get more playing time as the weeks go.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Exactly. Even Eric Ebron came in big time with a big red zone catch.
Yeah. And Deontay Johnson started off slow, but, started getting warmed up. 6 receptions, 57 yards. Him and Big Ben's connection's only going to get better as the season progresses, man. They were just getting warmed up today.
Yep.
So we still got 15 games to go. They're getting warmed up. We already know Big Ben and Juju's connection's great.
Yep.
Ben loves Claypool already. Johnson's getting involved. Washington had a red zone touchdown. I'm loving this offense, man. And Benny Snell stepping up in the rushing game.
Mm-hmm. And you got James Washington, who played nice today.
Yeah. So
this offense is warming up.
I love it, man. I really love it.
And defense holding their ground. Dude, I feel confident about the season already. Even if it's week 1, I know. But I feel very confident. If they can be consistent and do this and get creative with their players, man, I feel confident.
Absolutely.
I think all Steelers fans should be.
Absolutely.
Not trying to overhype them, because if you overhype them, it's kind of like a jinx thing. Something like that. I believe in that.
We completely believe in jinxing and
stuff
like that.
But I feel very confident in this team. I really do.
Big Ben's back. I think he's only going to get better as the games go. He's just getting warmed up. This entire offense is getting warmed up. Snell's getting warmed up. He had over 100. He almost had 115 yards rushing. They're just getting warmed up. Eventually, hopefully, we have the entire offensive line healthy, man. Get that going. Get Derek Watt involved like we keep saying, man. The defense, just keep doing what you're doing, man. Wow. We only got 3 sacks. They weren't incredibly fancy or flashy, but, man, did they make a lot of stands, man. Especially Bud Dupree. Credit to him, man. Game balls go to Bud Dupree and Benny Snell, without a doubt.
Clearly.
Without a doubt, man. Let us know your guys' thoughts down below, man. How excited were you to see Benny Snell football out there? Big Ben is back, man. These guys are only going to get better. The chemistry's only going to grow as the weeks go, man. Love to see it. Let us know your guys' thoughts down below. Steelers get the first win, 1-0. Next week, we got the Broncos. We're going to finish the vid here and then go watch the Broncos game, do some film study and stuff. We'll have the preview up on Wednesday, man. Look forward to that. Otherwise, give us your thoughts. Here we go, Steelers. Catch you next one.
Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you later.
Peace!